Hi, Jordan and Trent. So we're here at Bristol Vegfest today. How are you enjoying your day?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
I've eaten so much food. I can't remember last time I ate so much.
That's cool.
Everyone's really friendly. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really enjoying ourselves.
What's been the best thing you've seen today?
We met vegan sidekick, and that was
Oh, that was
Really?
That
Oh
was
my gosh! Wow! I want to see him. Where is he?
Oh, he should still be there. He's in the stall back there.
No way! I'm gonna try and
that
find
was
him.
Really friendly.
We love his posts, so it was cool to meet him. He was really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. It sounds like you guys have got an accent. So where are you from?
We're from California,
Yeah.
but we live in Exeter.
Right now.
Wow. So what's it like being vegan there?
In Exeter, well, there's not as much vegan stuff as what we're used to in California.
Yeah.
But so that's sad. Like there's not as much of the kind of fake meats and other kinds of things that I'm used to eating. But it's still not bad. It works out okay.
Yeah, it does work out okay. We found places to go, and we found like-minded people.
So what are your interests and hobbies?
I'm getting my master's in creative writing.
Oh,
That's
cool.
definitely a big interest of mine. And reading and jogging.
Yeah.
Really boring stuff. What about you?
I'm doing a master's also, but mine's in public administration. And my background's mostly in education, working with kids with disabilities, things like that. And I also like swimming a lot. Next week I'm doing Tough Mudder, just like a half marathon with mud and things, and I'm a little nervous about that, but hopefully it'll go okay.
Yeah. Do you think vegans can complete that course?
Oh yeah, the person I'm doing with is also vegan.
Yeah.
We've been training, we did Rock Solid a couple months ago.
That was we had a team of like 7 people. That was like mostly vegan people.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And it's like a 10K with all these obstacles and mud. We got through that okay, so we thought, okay, we're ready, we can do this.
Yeah. So there's like no comparison between like meat eaters and vegans in the races?
I mean, honestly,
that I know.
it's really difficult to not get enough protein.
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing a great job, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a pretty active person, and I haven't seen any change switching my diet
Yeah, I
and
think
my activity level.
Anything,
so,
I just feel healthier.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been made my exercise easier. Yeah.
How long have you been vegan?
Vegan's been almost a year.
Yeah, we first went vegan about 10 years. Well, she's been vegetarian forever. I went vegetarian like 10 years ago, and then about 7 years ago, we first went vegan. But I think we just didn't know enough about why it was important.
Yeah.
So we kind of were mostly vegan, but we weren't fully doing it. And then about a year ago, we fully committed, yeah.
Do you go vegan together?
We did, yeah.
And we were on an animal sanctuary. We did some traveling before we moved here, and we worked with like pigs and cows and chickens, and we just learned a lot more about the industry and just felt like
And made the connection.
yeah.
That's sweet. What animal sanctuary was it?
It was the animal sanctuary in New Zealand.
Oh, nice.
And the person who runs it, Sean Bishop, is a wonderful person. So, yeah,
And she's
that was-
vegan, and she didn't like criticize us for not being 100% vegan, but just kind of
She was just supportive.
Yeah.
like showed us about food and about why it made sense. So we just, by the end, we just thought, we couldn't not do it, basically.
Do you think it's a good way to approach veganism? Like to be supportive to others, to encourage them to do it rather than in your face?
I think
Yeah.
if we're like if you're aggressive or like you like the wrong message comes across, people need to know that it's like a loving community in general, and like that's what it's all about. That's what the whole lifestyle is about. So we have to come across that way because that's who we are inside. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it is. I think most of my favorite people are vegans. Just tend to be the nicest people. So it is funny at this point. I feel like most of our good friends end up being other vegans a lot of times. But we do have a lot of meat eater friends too.
Vegans are sometimes known as being extreme. So what's the most extreme thing you've done?
I honestly have led a very boring life. I once shaved my head. Oh, college, and without getting jobs, like 5 days after leaving college, we adopted a dog.
Oh.
And we didn't have jobs or a place to live or anything, but we needed a dog.
So yeah, we moved to Chicago from Connecticut, which is about almost a 20-hour drive. And we got, within 3 days, we went to the animal shelter and got our dog, who we still have here in England.
Oh, nice.
5 years later. And yeah, neither of us had jobs. And it was 2009, and we were really broke because it was a really bad economy and it was not good. But it worked out okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything extreme?
I guess the most extreme thing was when I was a special needs education teacher. A lot of extreme things happened and I didn't really think about it. Like, I just remember one day I was teaching and someone came in from the next door class and just started pooping on the floor while I was teaching, and I didn't even stop what I was doing, and I just kept teaching. And then finally one of my classroom assistants was like, I think it smells in here, I think we can get things out. And I was like, are you sure? I think it's okay, like as long as we clean up, we'll just keep going. So that would probably be the most extreme thing I could think of.
Yeah. So what influenced you to become vegan? Or to make the final step, maybe?
Yeah, I think for me, it was just starting to think about what it really meant, and that it is a choice, and that every time you're eating, you're making a choice, and that you don't realize you could just as easily not make that choice. You could easily say, oh, well, I could eat this, or I could eat this, and it's vegan. And if it's vegan, it's not hurting anybody, so why wouldn't I eat that? And I think once I started to see it that way, it just made sense that anytime you're making the other choice, you're not helping anybody. You're not helping the world, you're not helping animals, so why not just make the right choice and just not hurt the planet or animals or things if you can't do that?
Yeah, for me, it was when I was 11, I came across a brochure, and it was all about veganism. But I was 11.
Yeah.
But I made the connection between like, oh, I shouldn't be eating animals, I shouldn't be eating meat. But the dairy and eggs that didn't come till much later. And I think it was that like I really honestly didn't have the educational background. I didn't know. So what really pushed me was having people around me, having a support system and people who were like very, very kindly encouraging me to like take another look at my diet and like how it was affecting those around me. And that for me was like the last step. And I was like, oh yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
So do you have any tips for people that want to go vegan?
I think the main thing is to find support groups.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know anybody, if you go on Facebook, there's pretty much, I mean, we live in Devon, which is a very conservative area, and there's tons of vegans all over. You wouldn't even know. Lots of people you meet who are in these little rural towns with a lot of hunting and farming and things, and they're vegans. Because people just, I don't know, are coming over to realizing it makes sense, but just trying to figure out, you know, what other people are doing and get support, because we're always willing to help. And then just starting to stock your kitchen with all the good things to make food.
Yeah, like try new things, because I didn't expect to like as many vegetables as I like.
Yeah.
And we don't just eat vegetables, but I was astonished that like I like Brussels sprouts, and I didn't think I liked Brussels sprouts, but like just random things like that, and you're like, I wouldn't have even like considered trying this if I wasn't changing my diet and trying to make it more compassionate.
And that your taste buds really do change.
They do.
And people don't realize that, but they change in a better way, so that foods really just taste better. And I really appreciate that, because I used to be not as into like lentils and beans and things, and there used to be things that I think I used to eat and think more, that's good. And now I can appreciate them more and cook with them, and I love cooking. I cook almost every day, so for me.
And I do not love cooking, but I do find also you don't have to be a chef to be vegan. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you. Great.